What is this? What is this? Welcome to my Red Kingdom.
Yo, they try to tell me that I'm tripping, got the mind of a winner. You don't know the difference, see that hate up in your eyes, little buddy, what you sipping? Oh, you think I'm out of bounds? Then go ahead, blow the whistle, I can't help but turn the heat up. Let them watch me sizzle, trying to figure me out, that's a complicated riddle, got an outside.
What's going on, all my frag heads and set heads? The champ is here, and I'm about to tell you what's fragging. So what's fragging is your boy got tagged in a tag video called The Red Kingdom. However, this man doesn't even need no introduction. Just in case if you don't know who he is, you either sleeping or you slipping, that's going to be no other than your boy, the original Dogman, John Castro. So this tag video is about the red fragrances that we have in our collection. This was a tough one because off top, I couldn't recall any red fragrances that I have in my collection besides no other than the one that everyone has. So let's start the bad boy off. So we're going to start this bad boy off with the fragrance that every man has in his collection should or probably once have owned, and that's going to be Perry Ellis 360 Red or Perry Ellis Red 360, whatever you want to call it. But this bad boy, this is one of the first fragrances in my collection. Actually, this is one of the first fragrances I bought for a gift set. So I got like the lotion and the body wash and, you know, all that good stuff with it. Now, it gets the stigma of the Acqua di Gio cologne, which it just may be. However, I just prefer this one. The longevity is a lot better. A lot of people wear this one in the summer. For me, living in Arizona, which I say that in every video, so get used to it in Phoenix, this is more so of a fall scent for me. To me, I get more so of a spicy and a freshness out of it. So there's maybe some cinnamon in here, maybe some coriander in there as well, maybe some citruses, you know, but mainly I get cloves and cinnamon. That's what I mainly get from this, like a light take on it, not a gourmandy feel or a heavy, dense type cinnamon to it, you know, but this is more so of a fall to me. God, this thing. And like I said, who doesn't have this? I remember going through review videos and everybody would have this on their summer list, you know, the top 10 summer list. Make sure you get this. And for $15, I think I paid for it. It is a steal. Like, to me, oh, let's look at that bad boy. Nice little spray on it, you know. One lady said it smells like cherries. I don't get the cherry feel from it. I mentioned it in another video as well that I had a coworker who was just, you know, a B word to everybody. She didn't want to talk to anyone. She would give you like the evil glare. Everyone was hesitant of saying things to her. One day I oversprayed this bad boy, walked by her, and she goes, "Oh my God, you smell good." But she said it's so soft, and I was shook. I'm like, you talking to me? You don't talk to anyone around here, you know? But this is definitely a lady getter. This is a compliment getter as well. To me, I wear this right after the gym. I know a lot of people would probably wear it in other situations. I don't wear a scent to the gym, but once I'm done working out and taking that shower right afterwards, I'll apply this bad boy. I believe I did a review on this, or I did a scent of the day, one of my second videos ever, but I'll go ahead and include that as well. The second one is going to be Ralph Lauren Polo Red Rush. You know what's so funny about this one? I really can't explain it just because it gets a lot of hate. I want to say on Fragrantica, it's like a 2.9. A lot of the reviewers would say, pass this one up, go get the Polo Extreme or the extreme version of this one. I like this one a lot more. It's more wearable in my opinion. And as crazy as it sounds, I get coffee and fruit. Weird. I've never had coffee and fruit before. Ever. Like in the same sitting. Never. Like I never had a cup of coffee and had an apple on the side. Now I intermittent fast, so I do different things. For example, I'll drink my coffee on an empty stomach, and then all of a sudden 12 o'clock hits and I eat fruit. But I've never had it all together. Like I said, fruit and coffee, the longevity on this thing is 8+ hours. I remember the first day I wore it, I kind of got annoyed by it just because it was on me all day. Usually, you know, things like die down or settle down. This thing is this thing is going to project. It's going to stay. The sealage of it, everyone's going to smell it on you as well. The interesting thing about this fragrance is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I thought it was like metal, right? But it's actually transparent. Can you see? You guys can't see it. See, it's super weird. But next time you go into an Ulta or a Sephora, look at this thing in the light. Like, you can actually see the levels, but it looks metal. Even sounds like it, right? But it's transparent. Like, it's so dope. I like that. Now, I haven't had a chance to really wear this in public often, just because to me, this is more so of like a night out. However, this would be great to the office as well, just because it's going to last you that entire 8 hours while you're at work. And then once you get home, you can shower, apply another fragrance. I think it's handy for that, so it's probably more suitable for work. But for me, I rather wear this just, walking around outside, doing an errand, dinner date, something like that, just in case where I'm like, okay, I'm going to be out all day. Let me apply this, so just in case if I get back to the crib, I ain't going to be all funky and musty, That's what I use this bad boy for right here. Yeah, make sure you pick this bad boy up. Now we have this boy here, right? By Diesel. What I liked about it most is that I also did an unboxing on this as well in the first impression. Now this is Diesel fragrance, the 0+ masculine. You see that, right? Another great little cheapie. I mean, I won this in a raffle. Make sure you go check out my man, Uncommon Sense. My man brings the Uncommon Sense all the time. One of the best pages, I think, right now on YouTube. Not because we're homies or anything like that, but, Anyways, so I won this in his giveaway, right? And it came in a casing. And the casing reminded me of Beauty and the Beast, right? The little rose that was in Beauty and the Beast. So my assumption was that this had to be a rose fragrance. Now, we were going back and forth. I'm like, bro, what are you sending me? What is it? He's like, hey, I really can't tell you, but it's going to be a fall scent, right? So when I got it, opened it up, like I said, it was in this casing. So I assumed that it was rose. And I'm like, people wear rose in the fall? But then once I applied it, my first impression of this bad boy, what you do get some of the rose, but mainly you get vanilla and cinnamon in this bad boy. Is it me, or so far does every red fragrance have cinnamon in it? I don't know. But this bad boy sits close to the skin. I wear this at night, like right before bed. I have worn this in the summer. In Phoenix, Arizona, I have worn this in 110 degree weather because it sits close to the skin. And it is that powdery scent. Like, it's a powdery rose. It's not like that floral nasty rose. To me, I don't like rose, really. But this is one tolerable rose, but I think that's just because the cinnamon and the vanilla in this bad boy. The longevity on this thing, I really can't say because it sits close to the skin, and I do wear it like before bed or just running an errand. But I wouldn't say maybe 6+ hours, the average length on this. The projection really isn't that great because I think it is meant for a close encounter experience. But to each his own, you wear it when you want to and how you want to. But definitely, make sure you go check out my man, Uncommon Sense. If you haven't gotten your nose on this, make sure you get your nose on this. Now, my last two, I have to kind of bend the rules a little bit. Just about that much. So the next fragrance I'm bringing to you is going to be by Mambo. Yeah, let's do the Mamba. Well, I don't know if the Mamba and the Mambo is the same thing, but you get what I'm saying. Now, this is by Liz Claiborne. Oh, I like this bad boy. Another little cheapie. I got this from Walmart for like $20. Interesting story about this one. So I walk into Ulta and I'm smelling everything, right? And I haven't seen one of my favorite sales girls in a long time because she has the same taste that I do, and she'll keep it real with me. I'll be like, hey, it's just gonna pass. Unlike you reviewers out there, some of y'all be lying. So I was like, hey girl, what you think about this one? What you think about that one? And she always keeps it real with me. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a tag challenge called the Red Kingdom. And she's like, what's that about? And I pretty much tell her, it's all about the red fragrances in my collection. So she goes, oh, you know what you should get? Mambo. My sister wears it. Right? So two things came to mind. She shows me the picture, right? And I'm like, first thing, it's orangish. and brownish. But you know, if you look at it a certain way, like just from an angle, like that, maybe you see a little bit of red in there. So I decided to use it. So the second thing is that she said her sister wears it. So I'm like, why would I wear a fragrance that your sister wears? She goes, oh no, my sister just wears guys' fragrances. So I said, okay, cool. Went, picked it up, sprayed it on skin, and I just love it, man. Like I said, 15, 20 bucks. To me, I get a lot of woods. That's the only thing I really pick up in here is like woods. If I were to explain it or describe it in a way, it smells like a wet wood, maybe sandalwood. I can't be totally honest with you, but I think it's sandalwood. It lasted on my skin maybe 3 to 4 hours. Then it became a skin scent. Doesn't project loudly, but this is also another one of those where, you're fresh out the shower or running errands. I mean, as you see, I can't stop smelling it. Like, it really does smell good. I'm not even kidding with you guys. I wouldn't say it's feminine, but I do think it's unisex. I think men and women can wear this. The bottle itself kind of throws me off. I don't know. Like, at first I'm like, maybe it is meant for a woman, it's the shape of her body, maybe. I don't know, But the sprayer on this bad boy is pretty good too. Oh. This, y'all. No kidding. This is really, really good. Cheapie. I know some of you got expensive taste out there, but if you just like something to grab and go, this is going to be the go-to right here. Mambo. And last but not least, we have Adidas Force or Team Force. I know. Cedric, it is in red. Yeah, but there's red right here. So let me tell you why there's red right here. So there's red right here because off the top, grapefruit. Grapefruit soap. What else can you say? There's nothing else to it. It's simple. I think this was like $10 when I bought it. I want to believe it was like, I want to say $10. This was a couple years ago. As you can tell, I haven't really worn it that much. I had to go through the collection to find this bad boy. But they say this was designed or developed with athletes, as you see there. So I guess as you sweat or the more you work out, the more it projects. And it stays on you for a while, which it does. I will tell you this, after I discovered this in my collection, I've been wearing this a lot. Now, to simplify it, grapefruit, soap, alcohol. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, right? Now, this thing does last a while, and I think it's best when it dries down because it becomes faint. Like, it literally smells like a bar of soap. In the beginning, you're going to get that alcohol blast, and I think they're trying to do too much with a couple other notes in here. But the main player is going to be the grapefruit. You're going to smell the alcohol, so, let it do its thing. Wave it in the air, Once you put it on your skin, sniff it, and you're going to get that grapefruit. To me, it's not one of my favorite grapefruits, but in my collection, it's one of those grapefruits that I will reach for often. God, that is so good. A soap grapefruit. Just imagine that, right? You going to hang out with your old chick, little run, little errand, something like that. Go pick up a little McDonald's burger. Spray this on a couple times, and I'm guarantee you, everyone's going to say, you smell fresh. They're not going to say you smell good, but they're going to say you smell fresh. And they probably won't ask you what it is. But when I wore it in public, people said, oh my God, you smell like soap or you just showered. It's kind of the goal I'm going for. It always smell fresh because I look fresh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No. But anyways, that's all of them. I've completed my tag video. I guess I have some tags as well. Consider it an open tag.